And the fourth one is cytosine. It is a pyrimidine with chemical compound C4H5N3O. A cytosine-based nucleotide is called a cytosine. Now fifth one is uracil. It is weak acid with chemical compound C4H4N2O2. I will show you the structure of uracil. As you can see here, here is the 4 carbon atom, 4 hydrogen atom, and 2 nitrogen atom, and 1 oxygen, and 2 oxygen. Now let us move forward to the pentose sugar. Pentose sugar means 5 carbon sugar. It can be of two types, ribose and deoxyribose. Ribose is a basic unit of RNA and deoxyribose is a basic unit of DNA. So I have made a structure of ribose, which is a basic unit of RNA. As you can see here, OH, which represent the basic unit of RNA, means it is a ribose sugar. Now, the third component of nucleotide is phosphoric acid. The formula of phosphoric acid is this: P and 3 carboxyl group and 1 double bond oxygen. And it can be present in the ionic form also. Here you can see. Now, I will show you the bond with pentose sugar. Here you can see that the first carbon of pentose sugar is joined with the 9th nitrogen of adenine group. Adenine. So here is the removal of water. So it shows the glycosidic bond. And here it joined with the 5th carbon of pentose sugar. The phosphate group joined with the 5th carbon of pentose sugar. So here is the removal of water, H2O. So nucleotides are joined with the polydiester bonds when 2 phosphate groups are joined together. And the last one is this. After joining, this made the structure. This pentose sugar is joined with the phosphate group and made this one. And adenine joined with the first carbon of pentose sugar. So this is the adenosine monophosphate, AMP. Adenosine refer to the adenine and monophosphate refer to the 1 phosphate group. And this whole make the nucleic acid named adenylic acid. Thank you and have a nice day.
Brilliant, 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 यशिका, बहुत ही अच्छा.
Good morning to one and all present over here, respected teachers and all my dear friends. Today, Hani is going to tell you about nucleic acid. So, nucleic acid, first of all, what are nucleic acid? Nucleic acids are the acids that carry out cellular processes, especially the regulation and expression. DNA and RNA are the nucleic acid. DNA stands for deoxyribonucleic acid, whereas RNA stands for ribonucleic acid. Both DNA and RNA are made from nucleotides. What are the components of nucleotides? Each containing a 5 carbon sugar backbone, a phosphate group, and a nitrogenous base. So here we conclude that sugar plus phosphate plus nitrogenous base will give us nucleotides, and sugar and nitrogenous base will give us nucleosides. Here, this is this is nitrogenous base, this is sugar, and this is phosphate group. This is a nucleotide, and if we are going to remove this phosphate group, now this is a nucleoside. Now we are going to learn about the components of nucleotides one by one.
Honey, hold on. आप मुझे वो स्ट्रक्चर दिखाओ न्यूक्लियोटाइड का. हाँ, अब देखो जो ये आपने राउंड में इंडिकेट किया, दैट इज फॉस्फेट ग्रुप, बीच में शुगर, एंड दिस रेक्टेंगल इज नाइट्रोजनस बेस. ओके, नाउ कंटिन्यू. कंटिन्यू.
Now the nitrogenous bases. Nitrogenous bases are divided into two parts, purine and pyrimidines. Difference between purines and pyrimidine is that in purines, there are two ring-like structure. One is pentagon in shape and another is hexagonal. Whereas in pyrimidine, there is a single ring structure which is hexagonal. Now, the nitrogenous bases in purines are adenine and guanine, and in pyrimidines, they are thymine, cytosine, and uracils. Now, moving to another constituent, that is sugar. A nucleotide consists of a sugar molecule, either ribose in RNA or deoxyribose in DNA. This is ribose sugar structure and this is deoxyribose sugar structure. What is the difference? The difference is here. Here there is OH group present, but here only hydrogen is present. Oxygen is removed in deoxyribose. The sugar found in nucleic acids are pentose sugar. A pentose sugar have 5 carbon atom. Here we can see in this structure. Now phosphate group. Phosphate group can be joined together to form phosphodiester bond. Phosphate group can also be joined by other molecules such as sugar, and when phosphate group is added to nucleoside, the molecule is nucleotide. This we have already known. Now here we have structure of a nucleoside. This is a nitrogenous base and this is a sugar. These both are joined together by a glycosidic linkage. This is a nucleoside, and when we join a phosphate group here, it became a nucleotide. Linkage over here is a phosphodiester bond and a hydrogen is formed of nucleotide.
A very warm and healthy morning to one and all present here. This is Shipra from 11th Medical. Today I am going to conduct a practical on the topics protein. What are proteins? Proteins are linear, unbranched structures which are heteropolymers, and these made up of 12% of the components of cell. The proteins come next to water as a component of cell. Proteins are composed of oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, sulfur, and some of the proteins also contain phosphorus and iron. Now, we'll discuss about the first structure, which is the primary structure of protein. The primary structure of protein, this is a primary structure of protein, and in this type of structure, the amino acids are present in sequence. This is the first amino acid, this is the second, and so on, so that we can identify in the same manner. This is the first amino acid and this is the last amino acid. The first amino acid is known as N-terminal, whereas the last amino acid is known as C-terminal. This is the structure of primary, and this primary structure is present in the enzyme ribonuclease. I was eating this biscuit and I found that this type of biscuit contains only 8 grams of protein. Whereas then I pondered, why not to eat pulses? Pulses are very rich sources of protein. This is chana dal and this is known as moong dal. These are very rich sources of proteins. So I'll move to these things in eating. Moving on to the next structure, this is the secondary structure of protein. In secondary structure of protein, the polypeptide chain is coiled. This is coiled chain. It is present as spiral like this spirillum bacteria. In this type of chain, we can also say that it is a revolving staircase. In this type of chain, we'll see how to make bonds. This type of chain is maintained by the hydrogen bonds, which are intranuclear hydrogen bonds between amino acids, amine group, and the carboxyl group, that is NHCO bond. Here, hydrogen bond will be formed between this green one and this pink one. And alternatively, the another bond will be formed between this pink one and this green one. Here and here, the hydrogen bond will be formed, and alternatively on this side as well. So this type of structure is known as the alpha helix structure, which is the first form of secondary structure of protein.
Moving on to the next structure, which is the beta-plated sheet of secondary structure. In this type of structure, this is the structure. And here, hydrogen bonds are formed internuclear. Hydrogen bonds are formed intermolecular, intermolecular. The hydrogen bond will be formed here. The hydrogen bond will be formed here as well as here. Let's see this page. This is an example of beta-plated sheet. These are arranged parallelly and the hydrogen bond formed here. And this is a polypeptide strand. This orange line represents the polypeptide strand. And this is the hydrogen bond formed here. The red one represents the hydrogen bonds. So in this way, the beta-plated sheet is arranged parallelly and forms this structure. This model is present like this. The edges represent, this is a one polypeptide strand. This is a single polypeptide strand. And in this type of structure, there are 2 and 3 and 4 polypeptide strands. The keratin of hair and myosin of muscles contain the secondary structure. The keratin of hair contains the alpha helix, myosin of muscles contain alpha helix, whereas the beta plated is present in the fibroin of, this is an enzyme which is present in the silk fibers that is found by the spiders and silkworms as well. Moving on to the next structure, which is the tertiary structure. In this tertiary structure, long chain of amino acid, that is polypeptide, is coiled. It is present on itself. I'll make a bond here. This green one and this green amino acid will form a bond, and in this way, a bond will be formed here, like this. And if we form a bond between this pink one and this pink one, that will be same as the tertiary structure, and this represents the tertiary structure. The tertiary structure is present in the globular protein. Moving on to the next structure, this is quaternary structure. The quaternary structure is formed by when more than one polypeptide chain is arranged in a spherical form or in this way. I'll show you how to make a quaternary structure. Let's bend this one in this form. The another alpha helix, and I'll arrange them in this manner. See, this is a quaternary structure, and if we arrange one more, we can arrange as many as we can because we want more than one. So in this way, these type of structures are very complex and of high molecular weight. This is a quaternary structure, and the quaternary structure is present in the hemoglobin of adult human, whereas this type of hemoglobin contains 2 alpha helix and 2 beta plated. Let us assume that this is hemoglobin. So this will contain 2 alpha helix and 2 beta plated, and 4 subunits will together make a molecule of protein. Thank you so much, ma'am.